open eye, feel the waves cut through me, hypnotized.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody, and welcome to BeyondStandards community. It's your Captain Shanks once again with some more BFME 2 action. And I know my YouTube channel has a lot of content when it comes to have this replays from Rise of the Witch King and from Battle for Middle-earth 1. But when it's about BFME 2, I know we don't have too much content on my YouTube channel, and the reason for that is not because I don't want to get this, because remember, this YouTube channel is all about BFME content in general, including BFME 1, 2, but also Rise of the Witch King. The reason why I can't cast replays is because the lack of content on gamereplays.org. So not many players are uploading their replays anymore. So what I want to say with that is, please make sure if you have a great game, make sure to upload that replay on gamereplays.org so I can cast this for you for the YouTube channel. And yeah, we have currently 225 subscribers, which is amazing. Thank you so much for that, guys. I really appreciate every single one of you. And before losing any time, let's get it started. This is gonna be a 2v2 on the map Wold, by the way. The patch is going to be the 1.09. And yeah, before losing any time, let's get it started. And even if you are from BFME 2, make sure to join our World Championship 2019, which is gonna be hosted for the Rise of the Witch King patch 2.02 version 8. We're gonna start in September 2019, by the way. And this is gonna be a birthday video from my side, because today is my birthday. I turned 29 today, by the way, guys. I'm getting older and older. And yeah, let's get it started before losing any time. We're gonna mute the music, so we will have only the sound from BFME 2 itself. Alright, we're gonna start in the middle of the map. As on the bottom right side of the map, we have the blue Mordor player Ectelion. Ectelion's ally on the top right side of the map is going to be the yellow Elven player Have. They are against, on the top left side, the red Man of the West player Scarecrow, and on the bottom left side, the grey Mordor player Lau. And this is being played on, Crow's host, who's being the red Man of the West at the top left side of the map. And yeah, Crow's ally was... Wait a second. Oh, never mind. They are not playing that like in Battle for Middle-earth 1, because in Battle for Middle-earth 1, this is the same map. It is left against right, but the players are choosing to play top against bottom. So Have is playing together with Scarecrow, and Ectelion is playing together with Lau. So double Mordor on the bottom side of the map against elves and Men of the West at the top side of the map, which is like, El Clasico. It is good against evil. And we're gonna have an Orc Pit and Haradrim Palace coming up from Ectelion, who's as far as I know, he's being the best player in the BFME 2 in general. I don't know if this is including 1.06 and 1.09, but the problem with BFME 2 is there are like 3 communities. There are people who are playing only on 1.00, which is the the normal patch from BFME 2, and then there are people who are playing on 1.06, and then again there are people who are playing on 1.09 instead. Alright, Have is starting with a barracks, and we're gonna get those Lorien archers on the field. On the top left side, we have 3 farm starts here from the Men of the West player, and there is a barracks close to this side. So this is the same map like in Battle for Middle-earth 1, by the way. It is the same map, but there are no goblins around this side. In BFME 1, you see also goblins at this side. But besides that, there is no outpost, obviously, in BFME 2, unlike in BFME 1. But the map is designed exactly the same. Alright, PowerPoint-wise, Lau, on the bottom left side, the grey Mordor player, picked the Tainted Land for himself. And Ectelion picked also Tainted Land for himself. We have Farsight picked from Have, who is being the yellow Elven player on the top right. And his ally Scarecrow on the top left side didn't pick anything just yet. And yes, Tainted Land has been used to secure the creep for himself. And there we go, Alvin Wood will be placed, in this case from the Man of the West player. And we have already a Nazgul on the field looking for a trample, beautifully done, dealing incredible amount of damage, taking down those Lorien archers one by one with the splash damage of the trample. He's already turning level 4. Which means the Dread Visage, which is like significantly reduces enemy armor and damage, passive ability, it's a debuff, is already active. And once he gets to level 6, he will be unlocking the Morgul Blade as well. Okay, and Man of the West player having now Barracks here on the bottom left side. And at his own side of the fortress, he has also archery range, by the way. Right. Let's see, he's trying to deal damage and he will be able to deal damage. We have some tower guards already on the field. They are almost level 3 by the way. That means the barracks has to be level 2. No, never mind. Unlike in Rise of the Witch King, you can actually recruit those tower guards also when your barracks is level 1. And expansions are getting focused on, which is beautiful. There is already a tavern on the field, so there are some differences between Rise of the Witch King and BFME 2. And as we're gonna cast this replay, we will also be talking about those. And when it comes to have this game knowledge in BFME 2, I have to admit that my knowledge, game knowledge in BFME 2 is limited. So if I'm gonna comment anything wrong, please make sure, and we are welcome to correct me in the comment section below. Okay. We have some of those Rivendell Lancer battalions on the field, and Ectelion is expanding, as you can see by yourself. He has a lot of map control. He was also able to creep this one, I guess, because the works are gone. There is also a work creep around this side, and he has orcs, he has everything what he needs on the field, and the Nazgul is actually putting in some nice work. But who is this Nazgul from? I can't really see. Ectelion has this Nazgul on the field, and he is also level 2. I mean, I think there are 2 Nazguls on the field in this case. Because this one is actually not from Ectelion, right? Why can't I just see that? It's from Lao, alright. So he was actually using his Nazgul to pressure the enemy at the top right side. That's why the Red Man of the West player was able to deal great amount of damage. And he will also be able to secure this Goblin Lair for himself. Yes, he will be able to. And you can see the passive of the Dread Visage is debuffing the enemy units. This is the purple animation around this side, but Man of the West player was still able to secure the creep for himself. We have some Corsairs of Umba on the field, using the ranged attack, the fire bombs, dealing area of effect damage. And he's looking for a trample, but there are some tower guards the Nazgul has to avoid. And now Ectelion is sending some reinforcements to his ally. Besides that, in the middle of the map, we have also a signal fire, which is recharging the unused powers, just like how it was in Rise of the Witch King 2.02 version 7. However, in the version 8, the signal fire got reworked and changed. Now, in Rise of the Witch King, it just gives you vision. This Malon tree from the Alvin player, Ave is gonna get focused down, and we're gonna check the power points in a minute. And then Nazgul is trying to go around, but he needs to really avoid these tower guards. Trampling them would be a really bad move, which can, end this Nazgul's life. But the Corsairs of Umba are really strong and taking down almost every single tower guard. And now the Nazgul can actually strike, and that's exactly what he's doing. Great move here from the Mordor player Lao on the bottom left side of the map. Okay. In the meantime, we have a fight here. The Builder will be taken down from the Rivendell Lancers from Ave. That's great for the top side team. And Boromir is just joining the battlefield from the Man of the West player, Scarecrow. Okay, PowerPoint wise, Ectelion already managed to get industry for himself, which is being active on this slaughterhouse. As you can see, that's burning. And Ave has just 4 PowerPoints available after having the foresight. His ally on the top left has Alvin Wood, which is gonna be ready to be used soon. And on top of that, he was almost able to collect 6 power points for himself. And Lao has right now 4 power points after having the Tainted Land. So in terms of power points, it's obvious that Ectelion on the bottom right side is leading. Also, you can see the color of blue basically everywhere, and he's also helping his ally out by sending his units to the left side of the map Wold. Once again, this is the patch 1.06. Boromir is putting in some nice work. Once he gets level 3, the Horn of Gonzo will be available to be used. And he's leveling quite fast and quite nicely, to be honest. And Nazgûls are, you know, lurking around level 4, and we have also Mouth of Sauron now on the field, a level 5 Nazgûl, so we have 3 Black Riders on the field from the double Mordor team on the bottom side. The War Creep will be taken also from Ectelion, so he's fishing for this power point, which is great. Boromir needs to be careful. Nazgûl might actually be really strong against him, question mark, but this one is a bit damaged. In the meantime, we have Arwen on the field from the Alvin player, and just like in the movie, she's running and the Nazgûls are chasing her, but Arwen is just as fast as the Nazgûls, so as long as she keeps riding away, there is no way of the Nazgûls catching them. And yeah, once you get level 4, you will be unlocking the Flute ability. She's stopping now, that's a mistake. 2 more hits needed and she will be gone, I think. And they stop for some reason attacking the Arwen. And she would get killed if they wouldn't stop. But, you know, close but not close enough. Here from the Mordor player teams. From Ectelion and from Lau. Alright, in the meantime, Man of the West player is making more archers, more tower guards to keep them alive against the Nazgûls and against the Mouth of Sauron. So we have a lot of heroes on the field. Arwen was able to heal up a bit, and she's looking to level up to those abilities. And she, in BFME 2, she has also a leadership ability once she gets level 4. So she has 2 level 4 abilities. Once she gets level 4, all her abilities will be unlocked, which is great. Okay, this one is actually level 3, so the more levels the slaughterhouse or any, you know, resource generating structure becomes, so the more resources they will generate, obviously. Last hit by the Nazgûl, another Nazgûl is on the field, as you can see, the treasure will be secured as well. And we have a lot of Rivendell Lancers here on the field, as you can see. The builder was getting in safety by building the wall hub, that's something we also see a lot in Rise of the Witch King, by the way. Okay, in the meantime, the Red Man of the West player is grouping, and there is not too much to defend, and Tom Bombadil was using the Sonic Song ability, but was not able to kill everything. They are pretty damaged, but they are not killed. And he is, you know, forced to his own area, the black area from the Black Mordor. And we have also Haldir on the fields using the sword, should be using the bow in my opinion. And the Nazgûls are quite healthy, so they don't need to be scared right now. And there is another Nazgûl, so we have indeed a lot of Black Riders on the field from the double Mordor team. And we have also Glorfindel now on the field, as you can see by yourself. And let's see how much damage they will be able to deal, because they are grouping. The yellow is Avehave and the red one is Scarecrow. Man of the West and Elves are trying to focus on the bottom left side. And the bottom left side needs indeed some support from his ally. He has only his heroes around this side and they are even riding back. And I don't know about that, Glorfindel is alone, but in the worst case scenario he can just mount, get on the horse and then ride away, as the slaughterhouse has been demolished from Ectelion by himself. Okay, there are some of those barricade expansions, so they are putting in some nice work defending. And I think they are looking for something to group and then probably use like a war chant or riding call, but let's see. PowerPoint wise, Ectelion has right now Industry, War Chant, Tainted Land, 3 power points afterwards, as well as 625 command points available. War Chant has been used around this area and he is trying to punish the top right player Avehave. Who has, by the way, 750 command points right now, but he will be losing a couple of these. You can see the structures are going down pretty fast in Battle for Middle-earth 2. Tom Bombadil, which was summoned before, Foresight, and afterwards 5 power points available for Avehave. And he keeps losing those Malon trees. The barracks is gonna get taken down. The well, or the Mirror of Galadriel, will be the next target of Ectelion. The Entmoot has been taken down, and he keeps losing every single structure around this side. It is gonna force him to build defensive structures, watchtower expansions. Arwen is going back. Her flute ability is gonna be ready, which might be used, but I think it's not gonna be necessary. However, the stables, the green pasture, will be the next target, but I doubt that the Mordor player will be able to take this down as well. In the meantime, we have a fight around the bottom left side of the map at the Mordor. Evil Eye has been used from the mouth of Sauron, and he has also an active doubt which can actually be used to weaken, the enemy units. Boromir is being in a really, weird situation, but he will just be able to run away. And look at that. I mean, another Evil Eye has been used. We have two Mouth of Sauron and a lot of Nazguls on the field. And let's see. Warchan has been used. You can see them glowing, and the barracks will be the next target, which is level 2, and it's gonna get destroyed. There is siege work, or siege work from the Man of the West player, but I doubt that the siege can begin within the next minutes. Almost 10 power points collected from Ave Have on the top right side. His ally on the other side has Hobbit's special summon ready. Tom Bombadil, Alvin Wood, 1 power point and 750 command points available. And Lau on the bottom left side has 675 command points available, has Industry just like his ally, Tainted Land, and around 7 power points available for himself. Alright, Nazguls, they don't need to be scared, there is not much to counter that one. The archers are getting taken down, and also Mouth of Sauron being on the ground. They are quite tanky, they are not taking too much damage. And Boromir will be taken down. Great damage dealt here from the Nazgul. He turns into the white and gonna fight against his own army. And more reinforcements are coming from the Alvin player Ave Have. And on the bottom left side, he's also trying to fight for the map control with the mobile cavalry units, this Rivendell Lancers. 2 Orc Pits, both of them actually level 2 to have the faster build speed. And this is level 1 only, this tavern. And we have Haradrim Palace also being level 2. Aragorn, the king of the Men of the West, is joining the battlefield. He's being level 1, has only his Atelas ability available. We have Haldir also on the field, who is by the way now level 4. So we have a bunch of heroes from every single player in the map Wold, in this beautiful 2 versus 2 on the map Wold in the patch 1.09. Okay. Besides that, a flute ability was actually never used, but the leadership is actually important for those Rivendell Lancers. The Nazguls are, chasing those units, as you can see by yourself. They're quite tanky and mobile. We might see even more and more heroes soon, by the way. This outpost, or whatever this was, actually has been taken down, so a lot of money was actually wasted from the Man of the West player, Scarecrow, sorry about that. Alright, the goblins at the top left side and at the top right side are still alive. Besides that, I don't see... there is a war creep around this side as well. So the top side team has still a lot of creeps to take. But instead of doing that, they are, preferring to pressure the enemy players. Which is great, because we know Mordor in the late game is gonna be super hard to deal with. And we have those firebombed, with the Forge Blades purchased Corsairs of Umbar fighting for the map control. The signal fire right now is under control from the Mordor player, I guess, from Lau. So he's recharging those power points a bit faster than his ally and than his enemies. The slaughterhouse will be taken down. I would like to see the flutes, by the way, and that's why I like the Battle for Middle-earth 2 patch 1.09, because I guess, and oh my godness, Arwen has been taken down, ladies and gentlemen, from the Evil Eye, which is a powerful ray of light that damages targeted units. And indeed, that was damaging Arwen badly, and that was enough to take her down. Alright, highly ranked Nazguls. We have Glorfindel also being level 3. Remember, once Glorfindel gets off horse, the Blade of Purity will be, ready to be used. And that means 10 seconds long, you can't actually kill him. Eagle special summon here, as you can see by yourself, from the Elven player Ave Have. And there is nothing to counter that. There are no archers whatsoever on the field, so they can do whatever they want to kill every single unit on the field from the Mordor players. Which is great. And we have now as well the Elrond on the field, already level 4. I don't see Aragorn. Aragorn is here. Boromir is back on the field. So we have the Fellowship of the Ring on the field, by the way, guys, as you can see by yourself. And let's see what's gonna happen. The Nazguls in the meantime are pressuring the top right side. They are not dealing too much damage to the Malon tree. However, this is level 3. That might be the reason. And losing those structures for free is gonna hurt the Elven player AWHW a lot. But now they are trying to push for a counter pressure. And we have Aragorn, Elrond, Boromir on the field. I think Arwen is getting revived. Remember, she got killed before from the mouth of Sauron with the evil eye. Or evil sight it's called. And we have some upgrades here for the fortress to keep it safe. It's a bit damaged, but it's not a big deal. It's gonna rebuild over time. Right, let's see how much damage the Elven player and the Man of the West player are gonna be able to deal to the Mordor with the color of grey, as he's building more and more defensive barricade expansions around this side. And now they are even with Flaming Arrow. You can see they are dealing superior damage now to the units. And the damage will be dealt once they enter the black area. The slaughterhouse might be the target. Remember, this is, you know, industry used on this one. You can see that burning, and killing that one is actually a great move. That was the evil eye again, but not dealing too much damage to the Boromir, just knocking him down, and beautifully done. That is the barrage ability from one of the Mordor players, actually from Lau, to defend himself, and indeed it's gonna be enough to defend himself. Aragorn is popping off, he's level 4, he's using the Blademaster ability, which is gonna increase the damage of 100% and double his armor. You can see he's hitting like a truck with the help of Boromir. Will it be enough? Where is Elrond when we need him? We're gonna have the Hobbit special summon, Elven Wood, Tainted Land, everything will be special summon, and heal has been used from someone around this side. I think it is from the Man of the West player, Scarecrow. And yeah, let's see how much damage they will be able to deal. The Man of the West player has still a really healthy Aragorn and Boromir on the field. And look at that, what is this animation? And he will be summoning this firebomb. Look, this beautiful animation, ladies and gentlemen. And Elrond is forced to run for his life. And again, once again, great defense from Lau on the bottom left side with the special summons, with the power points, with the fortress. He was doing a great job, but the attack is just delayed but not denied. Let's see how much damage. He's even going with the builder. The Elven player is sending his builder, everything that they have on the field. Aragorn is getting focused down from the arrows. Look at that, arrows. He's trying to focus on the tavern, which will be taken down. This was the firebomb ability from the Sam, I believe, from the Hobbits. The builder is being the target. What is he doing around this side, ladies and gentlemen? That's quite questionable. Around this side we have a fight. We have even some trebuchets on the field. Evil Eye will be used on the trebuchet, but it's just dealing 33% of the health of the trebuchet, however. And in the meantime, Aragorn is trying to deal damage to the level 3. He's hitting like a truck, you can see every time. But Boromir has been taken down, unfortunately for the Man of the West player. Aragorn needs to run. He will be using the Elendil ability to get rid of the enemy units, but it's not gonna affect the mouth of Sauron. Maybe he's gonna take the revenge from the movie. Will he be able to take the revenge? And the answer is no. Aragorn, just like in the movie, cuts off his head. And what a beautiful move, but Aragorn will pay with his health for that. Atelas should be used from this guy to heal Aragorn. Remember, it's just not only, you know. And there we go, another mouth of Sauron appears and takes revenge for his ally. He's turning to level 10 by the way, and this send ability will be unlocked for that. Causes targeted units to become hostile towards each other, so the units are gonna fight against each other from the enemy, which is a great ability. And the ability, I gotta admit, I've never seen so far. And you know, the reason for that is I was not casting too many BFME 2 games. I was just much more focusing on BFME 1 and Rise of the Witch King, just like explained the reason why at the start of the video. Alright, 750 command points available for Lau on the bottom left side. We have Ectelion now with Barrage, which is gonna be ready to be used for either, you know, offense or defense. We're gonna see in which way he will choose to, you know, use the Barrage ability. Besides that, he has 18.5 power points and 750 command points available. On the top right side, we have 21 power points, Summon Eagles, Tom Bombadil, Farsight, Heal, and 725. He has around 2,000 resources right now. I wonder for what he's actually saving. And his ally on the top left side has 11.5 power points after Hobbit Special Summon, Tom Bombadil Special Summon, Elven Wood, and Heal. And the pressure is real. I mean, the main focus target here is on the bottom left side. Lau is kind of being in a really rough situation, you know, from the start until now. Barrage ability will be used from Ectelion, dealing incredible amount of damage and once again defending his ally and keeping him safe, at least for now. But look at that. I mean, Ectelion is, you know, making more and more units. He has also a troll cage which he's trying to upgrade to level 3. That's gonna give him the option to recruit those attack trolls, by the way. He's even towering up to keep himself safe. Remember, offense is always the best defense, and I think you wanna just keep himself safe with those towers here around this side, at his fortress obviously, and then he will be trying to go for an attack. And right now he's moving with those Corsairs of Umba and those Orcs. This farm is gonna go down for sure. Ensmood is coming from AWHW at his allies' side of the map. So they will again and still try to siege Lau. And that's the team game, by the way. And I think that's a great game to make an example, right? Most of the time in 2v2s, regardless which game it is, if it is BFME 1, 2 or Rise of the Witch King, it does not make any difference. Most of the time you can see it's like a 1v1, right? And remember what I've said at the start of the video, in BFME 1 this map is played like left against right, so it's not top against bottom. And this game is a great example to say, okay, both the players are focusing on one target, and I think that's the way how to play team games. Just focus on one, weaken him, you know, put him behind, and then try to finish the game. Yeah, it's a double-edged sword, so focusing on one is gonna give the other one, you know, a lot of time to get stronger and stronger, which we can see Ectelion is being really strong. What is that? White against Haldir, but the Eagles are taking care of the white. And yeah. And I mean, to be honest, regardless how strong you are, if it's gonna be a 2v1 situation, you will be still in a, you know, in a weird spot. But yeah, let's see. 25 power points unlocked from Ectelion, by the way. And we have Flute's ability is ready for AWHW to be used. Let's see when and where he's gonna choose to use that. That's also dealing great damage to the structures, however it's more effective against the units. And then we have 14, almost 15 power points for Scarecrow, the Redsman of the West player on the top left side, who is going for the marketplace as well. And last but not least, Lau on the bottom left side has around 17 power points available, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna have a fight around this side. Aragorn is being really close to level 8. Remember, when Aragorn hits level 10, he will be able to use one battalion of those oath breakers from the, you know, army of the dead. And they are once again grouping, and this time with a trebuchet. I don't see any ends moving, but more and more trebuchets are coming from the siege works. And we have, Nazgûls and Arwen riding around this side. Let's see, I think we're gonna see a lot of action around this side. Remember, Balrog special summon barrage ability once again will be used. Look, this animations though. And one ability actually was able to get rid out of so many enemy units. I would like to see Gandalf here, by the way. We don't see Gandalf just yet. Boromir and Aragorn are the heroes Men of the West players going for. Mouth of Sauron is running for his life. They are going into the range, and Balrog special summon. Ladies and gentlemen, look this beautiful animation. Let's see what is going to happen. Balrog is flying, and remember, Balrog is not as strong as in Battle for Middle-earth 1, however he has the same abilities, they are just a bit different. Balrog gains double damage and double armor, so in BFME 1 the Ignite ability is increasing the damage of Balrog by 200%, and double means nothing more or less than, 100% increasement, right? The double from something, when you have like 1000 damage, the double of that is 2000, which is also called 100%. Breath Fire ability will be used. It is not one-shotting the level 3 structures, however, he has still time to kill them. And I think that's gonna be the target. We have Mouth of Sauron here, and attack trolls are moving forward as well. Let's see how much damage they will be able to deal. Balrog, as you can see in BFME 2, is taking damage from the towers, and that was the Fire Whip ability. Heal will be used around this side, or why was the blue animation? I don't know. I think it was heal kind of thing, because the Balrog was a bit more damaged. The fortress is being the target. Balrog's time is... And I think we missed the flute ability because most of the expansions are gone. But Boromir and Aragorn are forced to retreat. The Man of the West player's fortress is around 60%. Balrog is not being super effective against the fortress, as you can see, and his time is down. Up, Tom Bombadil is hitting like a Kappa Kipo, and we have Hobbit special summons, so we have a lot of summons. In the meantime, Ectelion is building more and more units. We have a lot of orcs around this side, and the Nazgûls are forced to retreat, at least for now. Let's see. Yeah, Flute was definitely used. We unfortunately missed that. On the other side, we have a Ranger special summon. Or we had Ranger special summon. I don't see them anymore on the map. And we have 21 power points available for Lau. And his fortress is just as damaged as from his opponent on the top left side. But if you can finish that, and remember, the Man of the West player can always go for a rebuild, which he can pick from the power points, and then just, you know, like abracadabra, he can actually heal up his fortress a decent amount. Okay, more attack trolls are joining the battlefield. They have a dominate troll, which can be used on a neutral creep, on a neutral troll creep, to take the control of that creep. And we're gonna get some of those lumber mills now coming up to harvest those trees, to turn them into resources. And with some, I mean a lot of lumber mills are coming up for the Mordor player on the bottom right side of the map. However, on the bottom left side, the Mordor player can really expand, can't really get stronger, but look at this, Aragorn against the Nazgûl, and Nazgûl has been taken down, level 9.5 Aragorn. It's just a matter of time, and he will be unlocking his Oathbreaker's ability. Let's see how much power points he was able to gain. Right now he has around 12 power points available, and Lau has 24. We have siege work really close to Lau, and Lau needs some assistance if he wants to, you know, come back from the situation, and he needs definitely the help of Ectelion from the bottom left side. Alright, Elrond is level almost 5. Remember, when he gets level 5, the Wordlevine's ability will be unlocked, and once he gets level 10, the Restoration heals 20% health of points of nearby allies and fully refreshes their special ability timers. So remember, how can that be used, right? And look at that. Wait, it's Sakondo. Balrog special summon, this time from Lau, I believe. Yeah, it's from Lau this time for defense purposes. And summoning damage income. And, you know, I don't want to talk about the animation, which is a really badass thingy. But the summoning damage is actually dealing incredible amount of area of effect damage, cleaning up all those enemy units, and now he will be able to take down those enemy structures. He has still time, can use the wings ability to fly. That's exactly what we're seeing right now. And the place he's landing, he will also be dealing you know, little amount of damage. In the meantime, we have a fight around this side, but it looks like the fortress has been taken down anyway. You can see that now because Lau can't use his power points anymore. So just like in Rise of the Witch King, once you don't control a fortress anymore, means you won't be able to make use of your power points. They are turning gray. But he has decent amount of resources, so, you know, making a fortress cost 5,000 resources, but he has right now 6,000. However, now the Elven player Ave is trying to focus on the bottom left side. I mean, for me, it seems like the bottom side team is just defending all game long because of a great team war from the top side team from Man of the West and Elves. And I think matchup wise, double armies against two different armies, factions, is always, you know, in a bad situation. Double Mordor is limited in what they can do. Unlike the Man of the West and Elves, two different factions, two different units, heroes or whatsoever. And the Balrog was trying to smash on the fortress, but we saw that already the last time. When it comes to damage the main structure, which is the fortress, Balrog is not very good choice to do that. Against normal structures, against units, super effective, but against fortress, not that much. Alright, let's see. We have two attack trolls, one attack troll and one drama troll. Cloudbreak will be used, by the way. You can see the enemy units are stunned, they are unable to move. Why is this guy not able to hit? That's gonna be the question. You can see he's rebuilding and making more and more towers, and the attack troll will be the next target. Not being able to attack because of the Cloudbreak, I believe. used from the Man of the West player. At least he was forcing him. But look at that. In the meantime, bottom left side has been cleaned up. And I think Lau has been defeated. Question mark? Question mark? No, he's still playing. He's still playing. I'm wondering where his structure. Oh, Nazgul has been taken down as well. This Maufau was barely able to survive. Elrond is chasing him. But horse against foot. Horse wins. Okay. No, look at that. I mean, Lau is building a fortress close to his ally, which is a great move. That's why he's not defeated. However, you know, beside the point that he is not defeated, he's pretty much defeated. He can't come back from the situation. However, he can make, you know, use of the power points once he gets this fortress up on the field. I'm gonna just show you. Once this is 100%, all his abilities, they're gonna be loading again. Alright, 18 power points available for Lau. He has right now 550 command points available, 19 power points, so that's not looking bad at all. Whirlwind ability will be used. And look at this beautiful animation, guys. I love the animation from Battle for Middle-earth 2, I gotta say. Okay. And PowerPoint wise, 16 power points and special summon is going to be ready for the Elven player Ave, which can be used for siege purposes. In the meantime, hobbits are getting knocked down from the attack trolls. Beautiful. And this Man of the West player is quite far away from getting Army of the Dead or the Oathbreakers on the field. Where is Aragorn? Aragorn is really close to level 10. So we will definitely hear the sound like, "Fight for me, and I will hold your oaths for fulfilled. What say you?" And that would be great if we could hear that this game. And I mean, this game is great in general. I know it's super long game. I hope you're gonna watch that also until the end. The reason why I'm not cutting that and editing those videos to make only the special parts, you know, shine, like from a 50-minute game, like 8 minutes of the highlights, just because maybe you wanna see the pathways of the players, you wanna see the choice, you know, of the decision making. And I think when it comes to cast a replay from BFME-Games in general, it's just better to cast the entire game. That's what I'm thinking, but correct me if I'm wrong in the comment section below. I would also love to see you in the next live stream, by the way, twitch.tv/BeyondStandards. The link is gonna be in the description below. Would love to get to know you. The Sonic Song ability was used, the right click, auto use, and special summon. And Aragorn is really close to level 10, and he will be using the Elendil ability. Aragorn is level 10. Fight for me, and I will hold your oaths fulfilled. He's summoning them. Ladies and gentlemen, look at that. The white ghosts. And Nazgul has been taken down as well. This guy is hitting like a truck. Oh my goodness, Aragorn is indeed a badass of Battle for Middle-earth 2, ladies and gentlemen. But they are still in a great situation. Let's see if they can come back from this. And yeah, boys and girls, look at the Grey Wizard with the white shining stuff. He's running forward. He's running forward. Unfortunately, he's only level 1. You can, unlike in BFME 1, you can actually, you know, choose to use the shield bubble, right? In BFME 1, that happens randomly, especially when you are running from the trolls, when they are about to hit you, the bubble approaches, right? However, in BFME 2, you can actually choose to use that by yourself. And we're gonna see Aragorn dying, unfortunately. And Gandalf in level 1, I don't know if he can actually do much here. We will be seeing the Wizard Blast, which is not knocking down the troll. And Lightning Swords will be used. Lightning Sword is dealing great amount of damage. Look how he's ranking up. Now he's actually rank 4, which is gonna give him the option to mount and dismount, obviously. Revendell Lancers are joining. We're gonna have Barrage, but before that we had Flute, everything. The trolls are getting knocked down, not very effective against the trolls. However, the Lorien archers and the Dunedain rangers are putting in some nice work against them. He's not dying that fast. Bubble is still available. And let's read that for a second. The wizard transfers all his powers into a shield that will absorb every kind of damage dealt on him. Gandalf also gains immunity to knockback, last for 5 seconds. Look, every kind of damage dealt. I mean, that means damage negation, right? So for 5 seconds, you are pretty much not taking any damage. And that's just much more powerful than in Battle for Middle-earth 1. And in the meantime, the Fortress is shooting the Magma, the Gorgorov Spire Fireball ability. In the meantime, I'm gonna just check. He went for a Giant Eagle, and the Man of the West player, did he go for the thingy first, at the first place? Sometimes I'm wondering why we are not just able to right-click on that. Really, I'm wondering. But whatever. I mean, I don't know if the ring heroes are getting disabled. Gandalf is on horse. Once he gets level 5, you will see him turning white. And he's only 1 level away from that. These are the power points from the Man of the West player who is controlling the Gandalf right now. The troll has been taken down. The drama troll is being the next target. Or leadership with the ring. That looks a bit different. Boromir doesn't have a level 10 ability, unfortunately, but Horn of Gondor will be used. It's not affecting the trolls and the Nazguls, obviously, but the orcs are unable to attack. Gandalf is coming for a beautiful Wizard Blast. Wizard Blast has been used, the Corsairs are flying around. We have a fight here, but Gandalf is also hitting like a truck. Bubble should be used, bubble should be used, bubble should be used, bubble should be used. Use it. Heal has been used, or Atelas was that, right? I think so. Nah, it was the heal. It was the heal. And not healing to 100%, by the way, in Battle for Middle-earth 2. These are the power points from Lau. He's also, you know, coming back to the game. We have some of those barricade summons from Exelion around this side to defend his ally from the power point ability. His Balrog is also gonna be ready. What a long and intense game. And Avehave has his Sun Flare. So, unlike in BFME 1 and BFME 2, you have 2 ultimate power points, okay? So, in BFME 1, when you are Isengard or Mordor, all you gotta do is just, you know, get 20 power points after rain, you know, or darkness, or call the horde, or whatsoever, and you are able to get Balrog. So, Eisen and Mordor, Balrog. And Gondor and Rohan, they have Army of the Dead. So, in BFME 2 or Rise of the Witch King, you have 2 options, right? So you have the flute, which is the ultimate summon of the elves, and on top of that you have also Sun Flare. Those are both ultimate summons, right? And I think from Man of the West it's like either the Earthquake ability, which is, you know, dealing incredible amount of damage to the structures, and you have also the Army of the Dead. But the Man of the West player, to be fair, is still quite far away from getting to that point, because he was wasting so much power points. Not wasting, maybe it was intended and it was, you know, necessary. But yeah, let's see. Now Balrog special summon around this side, and we're gonna have a fight. Cloud Break will be used. You can see the enemy units are not able to move, and the towers are hitting like a truck on those units. Remember, the towers, the blue arrows from the elves, they have like a little bit of a knockback, and that was the Breathfire ability. All the expansions are gone. Let's see if the Elven player can actually come back from this situation. What is that light actually? And look at that. What is that light, ladies and gentlemen? Okay, a light is gone, and that actually shows that my game knowledge is quite limited in Battle for Middle-earth 2. You can see the Balrog with the auto attacks is not dealing too much damage. And Gandalf is coming to take down the enemy Balrog, but the damage is splitting between those units, so he's not only hitting the Balrog. We're gonna have the Worm special summon here from the Mordor player as well. The fortress is being hardly attacked, but will it be enough? And Gandalf has been taken down, right? I was almost thinking that was the Word of Power, but that was just the animation of Gandalf getting killed. Unfortunately for the Man of the West play. The build has been taken down as well. The Eagles are trying their hardest to avoid that from happening. Is Rebuild gonna be ready, and will it be used? I mean, the Man of the West player could go for it. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm quite sure that you can pick Rebuild as Man of the West. The fortress is being in a really rough situation, and it's gonna go down, and Avehave, surprisingly, has been defeated from Exelion. And now it's a 2v1 situation. It was so close They were almost able to kill Lau, who was losing his entire side. You can see there is not a single structure around this side from Lau. However, just before that happened, he managed to collect resources and starts building a fortress, and that is gonna be the game over. And the game will be won from Double Mordor, from Exilion, and from Lau. Great performance, I gotta say. Great performance. Right, I hope you enjoyed this one, guys, and if you did, please make sure to hit that big red subscribe button, and if you don't want to miss any of my videos coming up for you, turn on the notifications as well. And yeah, that's gonna be it from me today. I'm gonna celebrate my birthday. I turned 29 today, by the way. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, please make sure to hit that like button as well. And what was your favorite moment in this one? Would you like me to cast more BFME 2 content in the future? Please let me know in the comment section below. Take care of yourself, have a great weekend, and as always, stay beyond standards. Peace, guys.